Hey, it's Mr. Malty again. Wouldn't it be nice to have a reading record over time where you can see the progress of students throughout the year, and students could look back and say, oh yeah, I've gotten a lot better at reading. Well, guess what? It's so easy to do, so let's do it. We're going to do it in two different ways. We're going to do it with just audio, and I'm going to show you how you can do it with Screencastify and put the video in as well. So we'll do that both ways, and you can kind of choose which one you want to do. So let's get started. First of all, I have this reading record template. It's on the webpage, and you can get that from our shared resources. And hopefully, teachers will have put some kind of reading sample there, but a student could easily get a reading sample by doing a little screenshot. So I'll just do that. I'll go to a site like Epic, and there's my little thing. I'm going to do a screenshot. On a Chromebook, a screenshot is Control, Shift, and the little switcher key or the overview key. It's a square with two lines at the top. So I'm going to do a little screenshot and just pop that into my slide. Boop. Control V, paste it in. If you already have that sample, you can kind of just ignore this part. Control Alt J is one way to make things smaller. All right, so we have our reading record. It's got spots here where I'm going to put my audio and my video, and I'm ready to start recording my reading. So there are two ways to do this. The first way is just going to be with simple audio from online voice recorder, and I'm going to show you how that works, and we will try it out. So if you're not going to use online voice recorder, you can skip to the next chapter where it'll be Screencastify. Okay, to get to the online voice recorder, I'm just going to go to a new tab and search online voice recorder. Now, the one disadvantage of being on a separate web page is that it's a new tab. So I'm going to have to start the recording, flip back to my reading record, and click on the record button. But I think you can handle it. So I've got my reading record, voice recorder. I'm going to start. In the early 1800s, radio and TV hadn't been invented yet. If you wanted music, you played an instrument at home or went to a concert. Just assume that I did the whole thing. Press save. That's going to save right to Google Drive for students on a Chromebook. Okay, good enough. Now, this is a super important part you're going to have to do regardless of how you're using any files. You're going to have to make that folder or that file, anyone with the link can view. So teachers won't be able to look at these files unless you do this step. So you must do this. You have to go to Google Drive. Let's just make a folder. We'll call it audio. So that was just new folder. I called it audio. I'm just going to drag my MP3 that I just saved right into that audio folder. Perfect. Now, right now, this is not a shared folder, so I have to make it a shared folder. I'm going to click one time, and I'm going to click the Get Link button. So you notice it's just highlighted in blue. Get Link. And instead of restricted, let's make it so that anyone at Black Gold School Division, meaning your teacher, can listen to that audio. Done. Okay, now we're ready. Back to my reading record. And I've put little symbols in here, little images. This is a template from Slides Mania, by the way, which is a great place to get any templates. And I'm going to insert my audio. It's going to look in my drive. Hopefully it'll be in the recents. Click on that folder. Okay, ooh, it kind of popped it in really small up here, but I'm going to move it. I don't need the symbol anymore. I've got the real deal. To make things bigger, the easiest way, you can drag from the corners, but I like to go Control Alt. There. Now I've got that little file. Okay, so I've got my reading record. Fantastic. And that's how I have it with online voice recorder. So we're going to stop. If you want to use Screencastify, this is where we're going to start. So welcome Screencastify users now. So Screencastify is an extension, and we're going to use this extension up in here. If you don't have Screencastify, the extension, you have to go to Chrome Web Store or just type Screencastify extension. And there you go. You will have to add it to Chrome. Mine's already installed, but there will be a blue button here. Click it. It'll go to space, do its thing, you have to then allow it. So once you get that installed, just get through that process, pause the video, get Screencastify installed, and we will see you back when you're all ready to go. Okay, don't need you, still need my drive. Now, I am going to go to Screencastify and click it. If it's your first time, you might still get allow buttons. Remember, just click all the allow things that you need and sign in with your Google account. You can embed your webcam if you want. If you're one of those people who likes to show their face, pop your webcam down there. That'll be fine. You can do browser tab or desktop or webcam only. Now, if you do desktop, it's going to ask you which tab you want. So there'll be another process after this. If you click browser tab, it won't. As soon as you press record, it'll start recording. So I'm going to do desktop just because I like to be specific about which one I'm sharing. So I'm going to press record. See my microphone's working properly. If you don't see your mic, hey, maybe your computer's webcam doesn't work with the microphone. Those old N21s you're using, those might not work. I'm going to press record though. Mine's working. This is the video screen that I want. And I'm going to press share. It's going to give me a countdown. In the early 1800s, radio and TV hadn't been invented yet. If you wanted music, you played an instrument at home or went to a concert, etc., etc. Okay, so I'm done. And there's my video. Might even rename it. Reading. There we go.
If you wanted music, you played an instrument.
Boop. Now, this gets saved to a folder that is in your drive now that Screencastify creates. It's called Screencastify, but we have to do something. This is, again, that important step. We need to go in our drive. We need to find the folder that's called Screencastify. I've already shared mine, but this is what you're going to have to do. Yours will just look like, it'll have just the regular looking folder. If it's got a person on it, it's shared. This is what everyone has to do in order for the teacher to see this folder. Click on the Screencastify folder one time, so find it in your drive. Click the Get Link button. And you want to change this to, you can change it to black gold, or anyone at the link can view, but for students, just do black gold school division, and then press done. Now that makes every video in that folder, any audio we save in there, shareable to your teacher, so your teacher will actually be able to listen to that stuff. Oh, one other thing, if you don't want it as video, you just want it as audio, here's that page. I can scroll down, export the video just as an MP3. Oh. Okay, and that again will be saved right to that Screencastify folder that I've already shared. So that's going to be good to go. There's my reading. I'll show you how to add the audio and the video to your slide, which is pretty straightforward. Got to do that drive step though. If you ever close this window, you're like, oh, well, where are my recordings? It's just you click on Screencastify, and it's this little button here, My Recordings. That's where you can again get into the editor, do stuff with those videos. Boom. Click on it, look at your stuff, export, do all those fun things. Back in my reading record, I've got my thing recorded. It's in Screencastify. It's in the folder. My folder is shared. Ready to go. Insert. I'm going to do audio first, just to show both. And this is it. Reading October 15th. That's the one. Pop it in. It's going to be a little symbol. Oh, I don't know why it pops it in so small. I'm going to make that bigger, Control-Alt-K a few times, and there's my reading record. I have another one in here from before, so no big deal, but there's my reading record.
In the early 1800s.
Perfect. Now, maybe I want to put video in. I've got a little icon here for video, so instead of just video, I'm going to show my face. That's going to be great. Insert. Video. I want to look in my Google Drive. And I actually want to look in my, there's my reading. See, good thing I renamed it. If I want to find it, it would be in my Screencastify folder. But there it is, my most recent. That's why you rename things. Click it, select, and boom. Again, it's formatting. Control-Alt-J reduces the size of the video. You can pop it in how you like. There you go. You can get rid of the picture in the background if you want to. You don't necessarily need that anymore. But there you go, how to add video and audio into just a slide to make a reading record. And I've got other ones where you could just, make one for next week, and keep going every week and just add a new slide, a new copy, where you just keep adding those reading records and see your progress over time. So good luck. May the force be with you. Take care.